Live, we're live. Where's the remote for the TV? All right. Semper Fi, my friends. It is Sunday night. Sunday Night Live. We're back. We're traveling. Our traveling is done for the most part. Producer is here with the production team. Mattis is gone even. So this is it. We're going live. Sunday night, SFMF. Good to see y'all. And I can't wait for tonight's live. Finally, like we could take a breath, a little woosah. It's not that summer's over, it's still kind of here, but our traveling has come to a serious slowdown. So we got time. Looking forward to spending the evening with you all. So Semper Fi, my friends. What are you drinking? You know I got to have some coffee. I'm always drinking some coffee. Fresh cup so it's hot. And on the side, you know the drink? Actually, it's protein this time, not water. I know I need to drink more water. So, Carl, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Excited about tonight. Again, we've been making it happen on the road, but it's been a little difficult. Summer break was bittersweet. Most of you know what happened during our break, and it definitely set us back huge. It was real hard to take. When times like that happen, you see family. So that's the sweet part of it, but it definitely was a bittersweet summer. And we're still handling business, and we appreciate y'all being with us continuously. All right. Again, Carl, Semper Fi, brother. Maddox, 358, era. Jorge Montano, George. Hey, SgtMaj Cece, it's the Montalvo from summer camp. Era. Semper Fi, everyone. Again, and welcome. Excuse me. Those of you new to the channel, and I'm going to say this in a little bit as well. A little over a year into it, we're building a community, growing a community of like-minded people, and it's going well. You guys are amazing, and you'll see those of you who maybe it's your first time, or those of you who do join us, or your family and friends that you tell about. Once they get on the channel and they see what it is, those are my favorite when they get on and they say, what is this? One, I'm happy that they're here, and then they hang out for a little bit. And then they see this is, a great place to talk story, right? Doc Holiday, happy Sunday to you, brother. Good to see you. Set up, comfortable. We are back in our studio. Production team is here. Making sure I don't screw it up again like I have a couple times. You know, you're watching. But we're glad to be back. With our production happening, I'm getting a shirt. We do have a new sticker for you tonight. I'll show you in a little bit. It is pretty exciting. A change to one of the stickers. I love it. That one is definitely real picky about what goes on my truck. That one's going to go on my truck. USMC Cece is here. Happy Sunday, SFMF fam. With the USMC Cece. Abra. Adam East, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. We had all kinds of stuff to talk about. Maddox, let's see. Quick update on my weight loss. Down 15 pounds since last month. Awesome. Brother, keep at it. You know what you got to do, right? And you were doing it as 30 days. You saw what happened. So another 15 pounds. Awesome. Keep it up.
Gunny East is here.
Gunny East. Adam East. Let's go. That's when I said, let's go. Let's go. Awesome, Montalvo. Good job, buddy. Keep it up. Repetition. Don't stop. Remember, no days off. I'm telling you, because guess what I didn't have a chance to do today? So I tell you, don't schedule days off. There is no days off. So I still got to get some PT after this. Still have time. You got time to sleep. You got time to PT. Yeah. 14-year-old girl joining the Marine Corps in the future. Do you have any advice for me? Lucky for you, you're at the right channel. So watch, everybody. You got a long time, so you got plenty of time to work on it, but this is a place to learn what you got to do to prepare. Physical fitness is always a key. That's the first thing I'm going to talk about and tell everyone. You're physically fit before you go. One less thing you got to worry about. So physical fitness is definitely key. And repetition, Carl said it, repetition, don't stop. Again, no days off, a 5-day routine. We talked about that. Whatever you choose for those 5 days, it's not a 7-day routine. A lot of people take the weekend off. Sunday, Saturday, Sunday is my rest time. No, 1 day rest. My rest day consists of abs and cardio. So I'm still getting something in as long as you don't stop. Yes, and Adam East says stay out of trouble. Absolutely. 420 Network, Bob. Good to see you, brother. It's time to hit the like button. URAH and good morning, Marines. Thanks, Bob. Always on top of it. Hit the like button, subscribe, and tell your friends. Let's continue to grow this community. Again, over the summer, it was hit and miss. I wasn't on it like I normally was, but y'all are still here, so we appreciate you. Love having you. Bob, always good to see you, brother. Good morning, Marines. Love reading that. I decided to join MMA for the school year and my last year of flight school. Yes, absolutely. Keep coming back. It's a great place to be. All right. A couple great topics that we're going to continue to talk about through here. I hit it a little bit while I was there in Camp Pendleton. Traveling around, saw some Marines. Always love going on base, seeing Marines, the gate guards, handing out a couple stickers here and there, SFMF. They're fired up. The Marines were fired up. I'm guilty of talking about the bad ones that we see because they stick out, and I want to believe that there's no bad Marines. But they are. They're in all the services. I mean, it happens, the 10%. As a leader, the part we don't like about that is the old saying, if you haven't heard it, you're going to hear it now. We spend 90% of our time on the 10%. The 10% is the bad 10%. But they require so much time, whether they're in trouble, they need help, they're losing weight, they're gaining weight, whatever the issue is, the ones that deserve your leadership don't get it because you're spending your time on the 10%. So how do we work on that 10%? Excuse me. It takes everyone. And again, I told a story about a buddy of mine, retired master sergeant. He was like, bro, I'm retired. He works on base. Again, I see these Marines, they need haircuts. They got their hands in their pockets. What do I do as a retiree? And while I was still active duty, I was like, you better say something. And funny now that I'm a retiree, I question myself. Should I say something? I'm not active duty. Am I going to be one of those old guys? Oh, that old dude doesn't know what he's talking about. Why am I worried about it? Well, I decided I am going to say something about it, and I do worry about it. And why is it important to me? Because it's important to all Marines, right? We have that Marine in us where I talk about this when people say, let it go, man, let it go. I ain't letting it go. How can I let it go after I spent more of my life as a Marine than not a Marine? So it's my way of life. And my producer, she's a smart one of this group. She said, look at it as, say you're what profession did you use? Oh, fisherman, right? You're a fisherman. You've been fishing all your life, even as a young kid, even maybe some competitive fishing, going tours and tournaments and trips and fishing your whole life. And then you retire from the fishing game, right? You still fish leisurely every now and then. You have fun with it. You take your grandkids, whatever. Should you let it go altogether because you're retired, because you're not in the game anymore? No way. It's your passion. It's what you love. It's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So when people say that, and some people, we get our trolls on there say, let it go, man. You're not a Marine anymore. First of all, yes, I am. Once a Marine, always a Marine. But let what go? Let my passion go? Let my heart and desire and love for the Corps, let that go? Ain't no way. So, and the funny part about it is that they're on this channel and they say, let it go. They haven't let it go. If they're searching Marines or stuff about Marines or military, how else are they going to find it? So let it go? No way. No way in heck. All right, Jared. There needs to be checks and balances in every avenue of life. It's not just a Marine thing. I'm telling you, Jared, good call. That's what my producer was trying to tell me. A truck driver, you truck driving your whole life, and you get to do it off time, and you build monster trucks, whatever the occupation is, you obviously have a passion for it if you continue to do it and you did it your entire life. And then when you retire from it, do you let it go? No. And here's on the completely other side. I've known Marines that I did serve with, and they did a full career, and they do let it go. Maybe they don't wear the Marine shirts and URAH every day, all day, like some people I know, but have they truly let it go? No, when they come across a channel like this or come across another Marine, shoot, by all means, it's still in us, right? 100%. Yeah? All right, here's a question for all of us. How do you get rid of stress and anxiety before joining the Marines? Confidence and bearing.
And knowledge.
Knowledge. Again, so here's how. First, be ready. Be more ready than when you go there. So physical fitness, knowledge, which will build your confidence and your bearing. The more you know before you go, the better off you'll be. So are you going to be nervous and anxious? Yes, 100%. I don't care how cool you are, because I'm trying to think, the night I went, like 3 in the morning, recruiter came, picked me up, took me to Oakland MEPS, and I was on a plane, and I know I was scared and nervous and anxious, didn't know what to expect. Recruiters tell me stories and stuff, and yeah, this would, they're going to yell at you, you're going to, but still that just not knowing exactly the feelings that you're going to get make you pretty damn anxious. So how do you combat that? Be prepared. Feel prepared before you go. And I kind of think I may have been a little cocky when I went. I like to say it's confidence, but I was physically fit. The other stuff I didn't know. I didn't get it. I didn't put enough time and effort into learning more about it before I went. Something my wife really likes that I do is kind of wing it. And that's that's kind of what I did when I got there.
My favorite.
But I observed. And God made us with 2 ears and 1 mouth. That's so you can listen twice as much as you talk. So listen, observe, soak in everything you can about it. Nowadays, again, we have YouTube channels and videos. You can learn a whole lot about Marine Corps boot camp before you get there. Are you still going to be nervous and anxious when you get there? Yes, 100%. It's a feeling that you can't even describe. And we try. Everyone on this channel does. We talk about it. You can talk about it till you're blue in the face, but until you step on those yellow footprints for the first time, you're not going to know exactly how it feels. All right. M&J Ander, let's hear it. He said his father gave him some insight on what to expect. Let's hear some of the things he told you. That'd be interesting for us all to know. JTB, good to see you, brother. Before basic, learn how to make a rack and help your rack mate make his rack and vice versa. Great tool right there. That takes some time. Alan Brook, I had a Red Monster in high school and used daily, knew my general orders by my senior year manual of arms. There you go. I don't know what a Red Monster is.
Like the green monster.
Like the Green Monster? Just a book of knowledge? That's cool. Yes, drill. If you can learn some drill too, so PT, mental toughness, and drill, I think that's kind of what got me over. The very few Poolee functions I did go to, they taught us how to drill. Position of attention, facing movements, the very basics. But when I got there, they noticed that I knew my left from right, and I could do a right face and a left face. So that got me to get chosen as a squad leader, then guide right off the bat. And then at night, I would continue to work on it. Fire watch, you're marching around. Jared, Daddy's Hands by Holy Done must have been a story about you. Enemies, just got to listen with what the DI say. They tell you what to do every step of the day, and just listen. I'm telling you, the training schedule, for those of you that don't know, the training schedule for recruit training it's down to the minute. Every single minute from 5:30 in the morning to 21:30 at night. All that time is accounted for. And the DIs tell you exactly what to do. So do it as fast as you can and as loud as you can. And you're only going to get better. Carl Green says, ROTC is another avenue to participate in senior high school. JROTC for high school, ROTC for college. Yeah, absolutely, Carl. SFMF, where's my old 331s at? Echo 25. Retreat hell, brother. Get some 25. The most highly decorated battalion in the Marine Corps. Doc Holliday, ROTC is going away from school. Really? Is that true, Doc? ROTC is going away. So JROTC from high school or ROTC from college? Junior ROTC. It better not be going away. I haven't heard that. That'd be a shame. That'd be a big shame. I think it should be in every high school, and every teenager should go through at least 1 year, if not two, all four, even better. Yeah? All right, Bigger M. You're back. During the intake, when you're about to get your hair buzzed off, how do you inform the instructor or the barber that I have a giant mole on my head that could potentially be sliced off? Great question. Did you know that I had a mole on my head when I went to boot camp? Did you know?
You had.
I had. That's a great question. Wow, that's really cool. So what the DIs will tell you, and I wasn't listening, of course, but if you do have something on your head, before you sit down in the chair, you're supposed to put your finger on it. Or if you have two, so they don't just slice it off. Because as soon as you sit down, they're going zoom, zoom, zoom. And I did have something on, and I heard it like you ran over a cat or something. And then I put my finger there. It's too late. Cut it off. Gone. I don't even know what it was. But if you have something up there, you just got to tell them, I got some stuff on here. Because if not, they're going. All right, JTB, we learned in 1046 that we had a planned IT session ahead. That's when we learn it's all planned. Most of them are, JT. Most of here's what happens with IT, incentive training. That's when the DIs just thrash you. And it's all for a great reason. It's getting you in shape and learning discipline, especially if you did something wrong, that's part of holding you accountable. So you fell asleep in class, you did something you weren't supposed to do. Very minimal times you can get in trouble in boot camp, but recruits find a way. So IT, incentive training, is to incentivize you to not do it again. So you get thrashed, running in place, push-ups, pull-ups, making it rain in the sand pit. There are, believe it or not, there are recruits that go through entire 3 months and never get personally IT'd by the DI. And if that was you, let us know in the comments. Because here's the thing, there's between 3, 4, and 5 drill instructors, every now and then a sixth. But your average 4 drill instructors per platoon. In summer, you got platoons of 89 recruits. Summers or winters smaller. But there's not enough time in the schedule to individually IT each one. So what I would do as a green belt, get 10 of them. You can do 10 at a time. I get 10 and just thrash them whether they did something wrong or not. and yeah, just kind of to mess with them, but also get them in shape. There's not enough time in the training schedule to PT like you need to PT. So that's where IT comes in, right? Obviously, if you screw something up, that's also muscle memory. Don't do that again because they thrash you. It's good. Here's the thing I see in Army, Navy, Air Force ROTC, but never seen Marine ROTC. Is that a thing? Yes, that is a thing, Doc. So there's no Marine ROTC, meaning college. There's no college level ROTC just run by the Marine Corps.
It's in high school.
Okay. So for high school, it's going away. Again, I haven't heard that, and I hope it's not true. But in college, there's no Marine ROTC. It's the other services do have them, and it's what's called a Marine option. So you go through 4 years of Navy ROTC in college. Your junior year is when you can request a Marine option and go Marine Corps after your ROTC. Great question. But you heard, Doc, for real, that it's going away in the high schools. God, I hope that's not true.
It's in California.
Man, California. JTB, you didn't know it was coming. Or, you were on my list all the time. And if you weren't, you are now.
Good call, you should.
Big M. Our JROTC course, high school was Navy, but our teacher was a Marine, Master Gunnery Sergeant. So another good point. Marines can teach at Marine JROTCs in high school or Navy JROTC in high school. No other service can teach at a Marine JROTC though. Kind of interesting. And in college, there are some with Marine instructors at Navy schools, and they are, it's called, what's that duty called? AMOI, Assistant Marine Officer Instructor. There's MOI, Marine Officer Instructor, and AMOI, Assistant Marine Officer Instructor. And those are active duty Marines that they go to colleges, spend 3 years at a college and teach the cadets. Pretty good program. Real good buddy of mine. I never did it, wanted to, had it, and he loved it. Got his degree while he was there also in between. Yep, that was our boy, Master Sergeant Moreno. Awesome DI, awesome Marine, awesome dude. Just spent time with him last night. Semper Fi, brother. He did it, and I'm telling you, you can just tell by his confidence in bearing and his knowledge of drill. He's all that. Question, I missed that question, though you just asked it. Oh, Mad Dog's answering. Bryce Wilbur, good to see you, brother. Oddly, only one ROTC I know of actually went in. Huh. Know of actually went in. Dark. Who remembers JROTC in high school and having the Marines come and inspect your uniform? I see so many kids crying. Another funny story. So as a drone instructor, they sent me to Dallas to inspect. They had a big drill competition with the high schools. Or no, it was college. It was ROTC. And from what I remember back then, I didn't know much about the college ROTC program. I didn't know much about the JROTC program as a Marine. They didn't have it in my school. So I didn't know anything about it. I get to boot camp, or I get to, when I'm a drone instructor and kids are telling me, sir, this recruit was a JROTC. I don't give a damn what you were. But recognizing it all the way, he already knew a lot by being in JROTC. So it was a huge benefit once I learned a little bit about it. And then halfway through my tour as a drone instructor, they sent me to Dallas to inspect ROTC units. They had a big college ROTC competition, and we inspected drill and uniform inspections. And what I remember from that whole thing, they were squared away. Most of them looked pretty good. There were some nasty ones, and I wore them out. I was a green belt, just thrashing them. But I remember Texas A&M being solid. Like I couldn't break these guys. They had the confidence in bearing, and they look good too. They could back it up. But I remember dogging this guy, trying to break him, and he wouldn't. I said, "You're not even sounding off. I can't hear you. You sound like a little girl. You better sound off." He said, "Sir, this cadet was instructed to speak in a low conversational tone." I said, "I don't care what you tell. You better sound." And he wouldn't. He held his bearing the entire time. Very impressive. Pissed me off, but he was impressive. Great program they got there.
So for JROTC, do you get extra points for high school when you join the Marine Corps?
JROTC, how does that benefit you? How does that benefit you joining the services? So in Marine JROTC, if you do, or any JROTC, you do 2 successful years of JROTC. When you enlist in the Marine Corps, you get promoted 1 time. You go to boot camp as a PFC. And that's all the services. 2 successful years of JROTC, you get promoted 1 time in high school. 3 years of JROTC, successful years of JROTC in high school, you join the services. You can get E3. I think it's just the Army and the Air Force. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. The Marine Corps only does E2. They ain't giving that stuff out in the Marine Corps. But 3 successful years of JROTC just opens more doors for you. So I highly recommend JROTC in high school. And again, when you get to boot camp, so you can get to boot camp as a PFC in the Marine Corps, but you do 4 years of JROTC, and then you graduate as the honor grad. The honor grad gets promoted 1 time. So if you're already a PFC, you get meritoriously promoted from being the guide, Lance Corporal. It's only 1 per company though. And a company in the summer is about 500 and something recruits. So you got to be that recruit, get after it. Gunner Sergeant, USMC retired. Era. Good evening, brother. Bob says, it only took me becoming a cook to get promoted. Nice. Can't wait till you cook for us, Bob. Also wondering, what do you think actually the cutoff time for someone joining? I'm about to turn 24 and I was wondering if I would be considered too old. Noble 6, you're never too old. The official age is 17 to 26. I should write it down because that question comes up a lot to enlist. 17 to 28. I think the Coast Guard was like the lowest one, 17 to 27. They're all pretty much 17 to 25, 26, 27, 28. So one, officially you're not too old, period. And then we did a story, my producer showed me a story that a guy was 34 years old, 34, 36. 34 years old, graduated boot camp. So that requires a waiver, which you've heard me before. I think everything is waiverable. You don't always get it, but put in for a waiver. But you're 24, so you're good. 34 years old was our guy, the oldest one that I know of. I had a recruiting boot camp when I was a drill instructor, 31, and he did fine. 28. Yeah, they're saying that the max is 28, so you're good to go. So you got time to get in shape and enlist. Hurrah, 0300, you made it. I just got back from Bergen, Norway. Bob, what were you doing in there? Awesome, Norway, a country I haven't been to. What was it like? Sampling some products? Let us know. Demon Hunter. I wish I even knew about JROTC when I was a kid. Same. I had no idea whatsoever. Again, my high school didn't offer it, and I went to 2 high schools. Neither one of them offered it. I didn't know anything about it. Nope, Noble 6, you're good. Go see your recruiter. Talk to him. Get in shape. Learn knowledge. Learn how to drill. Russell, Major, long time viewer question, will you ever make a challenge coin? If so, love to send you mine from Project 27 Gunfighter, Sergeant 27 Golf. Hit me up, Alex. Hit me up on Instagram in the messages. Send me an email. I would love to trade coins with you. Appreciate that. 27 Golf. Love 7th Marines. Demon Hunter, Gunner Sergeant USMC, I've been to Norway for cold weather training. Bob was driving E39, the Atlantic Highway. John McJunkin, good to see you, brother. Do you ever think that you could have done different things better in the Corps as an officer? Great question, John. Interesting. I was thinking about that before this live tonight, because people throughout my career, I've had 2 huge opportunities where someone's trying to talk me into being a warrant officer. And it was actually when I was an engineer. And I told you I wasn't a very good engineer. I loved the destruction part. The construction part, I didn't have the patience for it. But they highly recommended me to put in a warrant officer package, and you would love it. You'd be a great warrant officer. And I got to tell you, nothing against warrant officers or commissioned officers. I loved what I was doing as an enlisted Marine. And there's still more I wanted to do as an enlisted Marine. That was teach at the Staff Institute Academy, be a drill instructor. Those are the things that I wanted to do as an enlisted Marine. Took some classes. I was kind of working on my degree, but I knew after about 10, 12 years, there's no way in hell I'm leaving the enlisted ranks. I love everything about it. No difference. My daughter, on the other hand, she is an enlisted Marine. She wants to do some enlisted things, but I want her to be an officer. And I don't know if it's for all the right reasons. Better pay, better retirement. Those are the kind of things I want for her. But I think she's already feeling the enlisted community and does not want to leave it. And it's completely up to her to support whatever she does. And when Marines ask me, or recruits or people thinking about the Marine Corps, they ask, should I be enlisted or an officer? And my advice, and it'll never change, because they primarily talk to more enlisted Marines than they do officers. So find some officers and discuss it with them. Ask those officers what they like about it. Would they have ever wanted to be enlisted? Just learn as much as you can about it before you make that decision. But here's the great part. You can enlist and then become an officer later, right? Get your stuff together, get your degree while you use tuition assistance, and make that decision on your own. It was just never a thought of mine to leave it. What did he say? What did Bob say?
He was the drug enforcement in COIC.
You were the SACO, the drug enforcement, NCOIC.
Bob was.
That's interesting that was you, Bob. I think I had a SACO, or it is SACO, right? I had a SACO NCO like you.
This just means he's experienced.
You're experienced. Guns, you applied twice. Didn't get it? 43 of us in a live chat. Let's get 43. Let's get it. Thanks, Doc. Awesome. Good looking out. Randy, if your kids are going to high school and live in Norwalk, California area, there's a great Marine Corps-oriented free military academy, Southeast Military Academy, Norwalk, California. Good looking out, Randy. That's awesome. We've looked at it. We've researched it a little bit, and it does look like an awesome school. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate that, brother. Yes. Awesome. Moto says, when I was in Okie, my buddy puked on the gate guard at Camp Hansen. First sergeant was not happy. I wouldn't be happy either. I wouldn't be happy if I was the guard on duty when that happened. Another question from Noble 6. You heard of Fast Company Marines, and what would your opinion be on them? I think they're pretty awesome as well. Fast Company Marines are high speed, low drag. They get great training, great gear. Again, you got to be anyone. You can do it if that's something that you're looking for. But they're high speed, low drag. I like them too. 3 dots are how you can like this video. Is that it? You hit the 3 dots and then like it, subscribe. Are battle buddies a thing in the USMC like they are in the Army? I think battle buddies were created by Marines. So yes, I'm sure hopefully they're the same in all the services. But you don't go anywhere without your battle buddy. And now what I'm learning as a retiree, you still have battle buddies and you still do buddy checks and they stay with you for life. But yes, requirement to have a battle buddy. John, as an officer, your daughter could help make the Corps an even more lethal, efficient, and proficient service branch. Would you not agree? I would agree 100%. And that's even kind of why I stayed in as long as I did, because I wanted to do those things. And there are great officers out there for that. And she's on right now. Where you at, USMC Cece? See what John just said. Great advice, John. Appreciate you. Because I agree. I agree 100%. That's why we need good Marines to stay. In whatever capacity. Stay in and continue to fight the good fight and keeping the Marines the awesome America's 911 force that we are. Reincarnated as a Space Force Marine. There's some Marines that have transferred over from the Marine Corps to the Space Force. I think I missed it, Jared. Tyler's Tactical says, I just want to say thank you for keeping me motivated and not to give up. Get after it, Tyler. Where you at? Let us know. Give us an update. Thank you for the knowledge and encouragement. Have a great day and night, sir. Love your channel. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Noble 6. Come back and see us anytime. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Be a smart Marine and don't be a cheap. Yes, don't do that either. Smart Marines. Someone talked about one time loaning Marines money. You remember that? Like if you loan a Marine money, know that you're not loaning it to him or her. You're giving it to him or her. It's a donation. Just know that ahead of time, and know that you may need that same loan one day as well. So be a good Marine. Be a good battle buddy. Alex, Semper Fi, brother. Tyler's trying to talk to a recruiter. Talk. Stay on here. Find out questions you should ask your recruiter by being in this community right here. But get after it. It shouldn't be hard to find a recruiter. Although Marine recruiting, we still are hitting our numbers, hitting our goal. Alex, how many years did you do? I did 26 years. Retired a couple years ago. 420 Network Bob says, remember that trust is the distance one man can toss a fully loaded semi-truck and trailer. Wow. That's deep, Bob. Moto 0331. Is that supposed to be 0331? Sorry, made you ever work with the Marines from Anglico? Yes, a drill instructor I worked with was from Anglico, and he was a little badass. PT Stud. I think, again, another small group that are full of awesome Marines. There's no try, there's only do or do not. Yes, Yoda, and my wife tells me that all the time. You ain't trying, you're either doing it or you're not. So yes, good one, Adam. Teaching financial management to young people is like clapping with one hand. So interesting you say that as well, because yes, they don't teach it in high school. As a JROTC instructor way back, I tried to teach it or introduce it. Didn't do too well with my kids because I was never very good at it. Luckily, my wife is. So it is something highly important that does need to be taught, needs to be in the curriculum. If nothing else in JROTC and boot camp, they don't even talk about it, much. And I was in when they kind of force-fed you the GI Bill, the Montgomery GI Bill back then. Didn't know enough about it. The drill instructor told me sign here, and I was signed up. Thank God he did, and thank God I did sign up for it, still have it today. So you're right, financial literacy is tough. And personal finance, the MCI in the Marine Corps, not enough. First of all, again, when I was doing MCIs, everyone was sharing anyway. It was the old bubble sheet. You just got someone's sheet, and it wasn't enough. Tyler says, if I can't become a drill instructor, what is a good MOS to go for? So, drill instructor is an additional MOS, a B-billet, they call it, special duty. A couple different names for it though, but you don't enlist, you don't join the Marine Corps to be a drill instructor. You're a Marine and you pick your MOS, truck driver, cook, infantry, mechanic, helicopter mechanic, whatever there's 100 and something MOSs. You pick that's your primary MOS. I just saw a big orange block come up, if you can see who that is. Excuse me. So you join the Marine Corps to be a Marine. Doc Holliday, Semper Fi, brother. You're awesome. And it's not pulling up on my screen. I can see it right here. Appreciate you, brother. God bless. So you join the Marine Corps to be a Marine. You pick your MOS, and then as a sergeant, you can apply as a corporal, but as a sergeant when you can start doing most B-billets. DI recruiting, MSG, SOI. And that's special duty. You'll do it for 3 or 4 years. I think they're all probably 3 years now. DI duties, 3 years. You become a drill instructor, go to recruiting school, DI school, MSG school. You become a recruiter. You perform those duties for 3 years, and then you go back to your MOS. Huge opportunity to learn more about the Corps. I was never a recruiter. I wanted to be. Timing just didn't work out. I wanted to do both, drill instructor and recruiter, and MSG. I just ran out of time. There's so much to do. I just ran out of time of things I wanted to do. And then once you're done with that B-billet, you go back. You can do multiple B-billets, and some people have done DI, recruiter, MSG. Some have done DI 3 times. So timing is everything, and the needs of the Corps is even more important than that. So you put in for it. And then you see what happens. Again, I really wanted to do MSG. Never heard a bad story about MSG. A couple guys got in trouble, but nothing bad about the duty itself. Platoon sergeant, a gunny from Recon. He was a judo instructor at the martial arts school. He was like the gunny in Heartbreak Ridge. He whipped the whole platoon one by one. Good on him. McMatt. That's the Marine Corps Martial Arts Program. It's big, and I hope they continue it. My tour, we started out, some of you older gentlemen remember the line training, right? 1 back, 2 back. Some people, I just was talking, in fact, at the Morenos, both Marines, they were talking about the different times of the martial arts that we did. but I do think the martial arts program right now is awesome. I really do. My daughter's a brown belt instructor, martial arts, as a sergeant, so she's killing it. Question. From one of the debt Poolees here, how much of my pay should I try to save? How much of my pay should I try to save if I want to get married after boot camp and MOS school? You go to Justice of the Peace, it's about $100. If you're having a big wedding, save money anyway. You don't need very little money you'll spend in boot camp, and it's just necessities. Even MOS school. Here's what happens: Marines get out of boot camp, MOS school, then they're free. They got a bank card and a debit card and an ATM, and they just start spending money. So that financial literacy that we were talking about earlier, learn it quickly, right? And save money. Talk about your promotions as you get promoted throughout the Marine Corps. From private to PFC, the increase is probably $45, $50. I don't know, $70. So from PFC to Lance Corporal, $80. Just start banking that extra money that you made on your promotion and save it for a wedding, a new car eventually, later on in your career, and bigger and better things, houses, just whatever. Start saving early. That's my financial advice to you, to everyone. Save. Start saving early. Oh my God! So we had a story time. Let me talk story for a minute about financial literacy. And maybe he's on here, and if you are, fess up. In Iraq, getting paid a lot of money. They were even offering re-enlistments in country. Here's the thing: in a combat zone, when you re-enlist, your bonus, if you get one, your bonus is tax-free. And at that time, that was 2005, 6, 4, 5, 6. In Iraq, they were really wanting Marines to stay because they had the combat experience, wanted to stay for multiple deployments. Valuable, invaluable, from corporal on up. We had a sergeant that did re-enlist. He got one of the big bonuses, 60, 70,000. I don't remember what it was, but it was one of the bigger ones. Average ones were like 20, 30,000, 40,000. This dude got a $70,000 or $80,000 bonus to re-enlist in a combat zone. Sergeant, just life was good. Get back from deployment, he has his re-enlistment bonus, goes to Vegas with his girlfriend, get married, visit a Corvette dealership, buys a brand new Corvette, cash. Hit a driver's license, but in the heat of things, in the mix of it, didn't have insurance yet. Since he paid cash, the Corvette dealership was like, nah, all right, we'll allow it this one time. As soon as you get back home, get your insurance, make sure you're covered, everything's good. Celebrating their wedding, their anniversary, driving back from Vegas, didn't sleep off the night before, crashed. Totaled his brand new Corvette with no insurance. Nothing. Lost it all. I don't know how much a Corvette was back then. I'm guessing pretty close to his entire bonus.
His entire annual salary.
Gone. Guess what the wife did? See ya. How does this annulment thing work? Man, he was unprepared for all of that. So, do the right thing. Somebody said, be smart. Who said that? Be smart, don't get in trouble. So, lost his bonus, lost his vet, lost his wife, got NJP'd for a DUI. Downhill. I'm telling you, bad decisions. Be smart. Right? John, pretty much. Oh, no. Horrible. Horrible. Hope he recovered well. He stayed in. Obviously, he can try to make all that back. Not good. So be smart. Financial literacy, that is huge. And again, you want, as parents, you want your kids to be financially stable. And you can do that by example, right? I've never been a paycheck to paycheck guy, except when I was a young Marine and single and didn't have anyone advising me. And that's how, like, everyone was. You couldn't wait till payday. You couldn't buy things until you had to wait for a payday. Jared says, if you're going to spend frivolously, buy more guns. Amen. That's what I'm talking about, Jared. That's what I'm getting ready to do. We've talked about that survivability and preparedness for a while. That's what we're That's what I'm doing. More guns, more ammo. Lay Cookie, what's up, my brother? Bad decisions can be covered from my advice. Don't make bad decisions. Telling you, just don't make the bad decisions. And then you can learn from them. Look at Mike, man. Lay Cookie, successful as hell now. Made some bad decisions as a young Marine. Paid for it, was held accountable. Didn't stop him being a success in life. So good on you, brother. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tell Candace we said hello. Carl Green, what was everyone's favorite cadence? Did a couple cadence ones. Come on, C-130. Who doesn't love C-130? Like, what was your favorite part of Marine Corps boot camp? What was my favorite part? You know, it's you go through phases, I think, in boot camp. Huh? Oh, what? I'm paused right here for some reason. Uh-oh. I got to start back. I got a phone call. My do not disturb is on, but I got a phone call. I got to restart it. Oh, am I back? There it is. Yeah, it just closed out. I have my do not disturb on, but I'm back. All right. No such thing as too many guns. What story was I telling? What were we talking about before that? Favorite part of boot camp. So I think you go through phases. Here's what happens. The first week sucks. You hate it, right? I even told my buddy who I went in on the buddy program. Him and I. He wasn't a great friend, but his mom was one of my teachers. She said, go in the buddy program with my son and take care of him. He's a good dude, strong. He's an athlete, but I looked out for him. He got in trouble in boot camp. I'll tell that story later. But we went in on the buddy program. And I remember and he was all gung-ho. He already had a haircut, Marine stickers all over his car. He wore Marine shirts and Jarhead, Devil Dog. He was that guy going to boot camp. So I was like, crap, I'm not going to have to take care of him. He's going to have to take care of me. He knows everything there is that he needs to know about boot camp. And even still, when we got there the first couple of days, we were like, I was afraid to say it to him, but I was like, bro, I think I made a mistake. I don't belong here. This is not what I thought it was going to be. He said, me too. How do we get out of here? That's when that moment of truth came up. It was like, man, if I tell them I had a ticket, I'm a wanted felon, maybe they'll pull me out. Nothing. I didn't know how to get out of boot camp. But that only lasted for a couple of days. And then so that was the scared, anxious, all those things going through your head. This is not the video that my recruiter showed me kind of thing. But then you start to get it, and you get into a little battle rhythm. You chow times. You work from chow time to chow time, right? That's your time to relax for about 7 minutes. And then you're getting up and doing stuff again. So then you start looking forward to what's going on the next PT session, right? Next time you're going to drill, because you understand it now. And you understand everything's for a reason. And then it's set up in phases. So second phase is up north, in the field, rifle range. Now the crucible. So all those cool things, it just gives you something to look forward to. And then all of a sudden, you're in shape. So the IT sessions aren't as bad. And not that you look forward to them, because if drill instructors make it miserable, they make sure they do it in sand and dirt and make it rain. So they make it miserable for all the right reasons. You just got to trust me on that. And then you start looking forward to graduation. So I really liked final drill, right? That was my DI hyped it up and he was good. Apparently we won final drill. So that motivated you. And then that's towards the end they start talking about being a Marine, right? No longer a recruit. So then they're looking forward to, being a Marine. So my favorite part, I don't know if I have a favorite part, but I do have a worst part. And that was every single morning. I wasn't a morning person before that. So waking up early, body sore, and like, here we go again. Man, we're going to be up until 21:30 at night. Wow, I'm not ready for this. Excuse me. But once you get into it, you're in it. It's awesome. All right. Wow. Oh, man, we didn't start the clock either, Carl. You got to give me a check on the time. Here's where we sound off. Let's sound off, everybody. Leave in the comments right now. Parris Island or San Diego? You know, it's always a friendly rivalry that we just can't let it live it down, especially in my house, because we got one Parris Island Marine, we got a real Marine from San Diego. So, I mean, whichever, it's up to you. Which is it? We had that Marine we talked about, that female Marine. She started at San Diego and then got injured, and there's no MRP for females in San Diego. So then they sent her to Parris Island for MRP. So she's the only Marine that I know of, who has done both. Problem is, she only did like a week or so in San Diego. So did she get the real feel of it? She didn't hike the Mount Mother. All right. San Diego, Parris Island. USMC Cece, I was just talking about you. Paradise Island. San Diego, Lake Cookie. Frank. Parris Island, Tyler. San Diego, Jarhead for life. Doc Hollywood. The Hollywood Marine. There you go, Hollywood. San Diego, Semper Fi, Chris. San Diego, Lima Company, Matthew. California, Namek. I can say that. Oh, MCRD. Hey, Mark. It's you, Mark. What's up, brother? Paris. Not saying Sergeant Major got a that Poolees here. They're both good. East Coast, West Coast, as long as it's a Marine Corps. San Diego, Carl. Grew up for life, OT31. We're at 7 summers ago. Today, I graduated boot camp.
Today, celebrating.
You should be here today, celebrating. Today, what's the date today? August what, 11? Is it the 11th? Congratulations, 7 years. USMC Cece gets some. So you have 23 to go. That was math for Marines right there. 23 plus to go. 30 years. 33 years ago this month, platoon 2073, URAH. Jared, nice work, buddy. Congratulations. I hit my mark. August 3rd was my mark. So last week. Hollywood Marine, San Diego, Sand Dollar Marine, Parris Island. I'm not going to try and say that. Vaudevillain, Landsman, 11ville, New York. Hiram, what's up, buddy? Bob, 3371 for life. 35, sounding off. Dark Horse. What's up, Dark Horse? 7 for 5, brother. All right, Tyler says, one thing he's been told is that when your DI is in a good mood, something isn't right. So as a DI, I don't want to give any secrets away to those of you just going to boot camp, but here's a phase that you go through as a DI. You thrash the recruits in the beginning because that's your job, to thrash them, and you just want to thrash them. All right, see how many you can scare the hell out of, maybe make them piss their pants or something. You just want to thrash them. That's your job. And that's, again, all for the right reasons. Later on when they get in comment, nothing can affect you because you've been through boot camp. You've been through the stress, the fog of war, if you will, without being in a wartime situation. So all that stuff is highly important. So the stress is real. And then as a drill instructor, you realize, and it was a time that, a recruit got injured, may have been my fault or not, depends on who you ask. And the company commander was like, I'm trying to make Marines and you're trying to break recruits. I was like, holy crap, man. He said, did anything you do was it going to make him a better Marine or a better recruit? And it didn't. I was just thrashing him to thrash him. So then you go through that phase of, now I'm trying to make a Marine that's going to replace me one day. So it's different. All right. Mike Elaine Trimpey. Good evening, Cece. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Parris Island, South Carolina. Trimpey, what's happening? What are you doing now? Trimpey, it's been a long time, brother. Wow. Yes, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Let us know. Update us. 1371. Engineers, combat engineers, backbone of the Corps. What are you doing now, brother? Awesome. Trimpey. See what this community does? Can I choose my specific MOS in the infantry? Andy 130 is asking. So you sign up as an 03XX or 0300. You're a basic infantryman. once you graduate and go to, what's it called? Infantry training? ITS? MCT, Marine Combat Training. No, that's for non-O3s. SOI, School of Infantry. Once you go to SOI, they're going to see what you're good at. And they'll know if you're real good with the machine gun, they're going to make you a machine gunner, mortarman. You're real smart with math, and so they're going to guide you into the right MOS for the needs of the Corps. So can you specifically choose? Yeah, if you want to be a mortarman, start studying now before you go. When you get to SOI, let them know. And I've never been an instructor at SOI, so I don't know specifically, but I know they do got to divvy out the 0300s. A huge portion is 0311, your basic infantryman, but you need 31s and 41s as well. So the more you know about it, the better when you get there. I've been working on a new recipe for my family ribs. Come on, Bob, really? We got to meet up, and I mean, I'll let you cook for me. I want to be your taste tester. I'll let you know. We need a lot, though, to really get a full effect of what you're making. Mark says, write questions down for a recruiter and write down the answers. Awesome. Great advice. I don't know if you're answering somebody, but yes, definitely. Don't go in to see a recruiter without, yes, pen and paper. Know what you're going to ask. Have those questions. Get your parents to ask questions. They're going to want you to know it all, and they're going to want to know it all as well. So be well informed. Again, the more you know before you go, the better off everyone will be. Make your parents comfortable. My parents weren't comfortable with it at all, and they beat my recruiter up constantly. Lay Cookie. In 2 days will be 38 years since I first stepped on the yellow footprints. Brother, you are old. Wow. 38 years. Yeah, I mean, I'm right behind you, brother. Good on you. Congratulations. In 2 days, 11, 12, 13th. Awesome. Andium, 130. You know what I should be studying if I want to be an 0313? I don't know what an 0313 is. Tell me what that is, and yes, I'll tell you. We had over 100 people at your family reunion last week, and you cooked for everybody, Bob. Here's a question for the producer. John's asking, got a question for your wife. From a bride-to-be, what are the things I should know or need to know about being a military spouse? Wow, come over here.
I'll tell you from there. Support.
Support, and have some thick skin. I can tell you, the Marine has the easy job. And I say that with all sincerity. Yes, we're putting our life on the line. We're in danger. We're fighting. We're sleeping in some hellholes and dirt and not eating the best food. And it's rough. It's rough being a Marine. But we know what we're getting into. We are scheduled, even if it's just a training and you're just your daily job, everything is taken care of for you. You're told what to do 24/7. Deployments, again, once you've done a couple, you can kind of expect, there's unexpected, sure. Especially combat deployments. You never know, right? Many of those were nervous, anxious, all those feelings come out, but you kind of know what you're getting into. Your spouse, on the other hand, has no idea, one, about the active duty Marine, what he or she's doing, what they're getting into, if they're safe. Today's communication and technology is a whole lot better, so they'll be more informed. But the spouse is back home. If you have kids, now you're a single parent, taking kids to and from school, doctor's appointments, dental appointments, sports activities, helping with homework. And then, oh yeah, your car needs to be registered and the oil change. And if you're paying rent, you're paying the rent, you're paying mortgage, you're cleaning the house, you're doing the yard. The spouse has it all the while. They have no idea what their Marine is doing, if they're safe, if they're going to make it back or not. So the spouse has a hard job. So I wouldn't say just thick skin. You have to be flexible, and you don't get to choose. You got to bend, but don't break. Bend, but don't break, because then they have the kids. Where's Daddy? When's Daddy coming? Or when's Daddy coming? and they don't even want to see mom anymore. And then dad comes home and he's the fun dad. I'm getting the one finger salute over here. Because the last thing the dad wants to do is come back and yell at the kid, clean your room. And you bitch just been gone for 7 months. I want to be the fun dad. Let's go get ice cream. Clean your room later. But all that does is disrupt the system that your spouse has built for 7 months and years. Come to find, and then you leave again. And you know what you're going to get into. You have a set schedule, and you're going to get on a bus and then get on a plane and then go into a hot LZ. Your spouse is right back at it, not knowing what's going on, what you're doing, if you're going to be safe, if you're going to come back alive or missing some limb, whatever. So the spouse definitely has the toughest job. So be prepared. Man, I probably just talked someone out of marrying a Marine. Sorry if I did that. But I get, and I won't speak for her, but I think she's proud of me and what we have accomplished and is proud to be a Marine, right? She wears an Eagle Globe and Anchor around her neck 24/7. So it's a family that you just, again, you can't describe it until you do it. So good luck to the wedding if they're still getting married. Let me know. 1775 Marine Corps Ray, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Checking in. Glad you're here. Semper Fi, brother. Appreciate you. We're back. And anyone new, I keep telling myself, anyone new to the channel, welcome. First of all, I am Cece. This is SFMF. My production team is the backbone of the channel. Producer, spouse, production team is the family. Last 60 days, we kind of been on the road traveling, and it's been a little rough, but y'all hung with us, so we appreciate all of you. But this is a community that we're building with like-minded people. Look at the comments. Matthew Askren's here. Semper Fi, brother. Good to see you. Nico, Ralph from Okinawa, Japan. You're in Okinawa? Need to talk to you. There's one thing I want from Okinawa. Oh, a couple things. I miss that place. Who are you with over there, Nico, in Okinawa? Love Okinawa. Absolutely loved that duty station twice. I was there twice, told us 7 years in Okinawa. Miss it. Dragon. Yeah, fried rice and what the chicken, karaage, big bullet. Oh, man, I miss the food in Okinawa. Mike and Elaine are new to the channel. I'm telling you, welcome. Like and subscribe and tell your friends.
He said earlier that he was with you at 14 area at Bravo Company.
Oh, Bravo Company. Oh, Bravo Company engineers.
Bannock time or?
2 times I was there. Yeah, was it with Bannock and Weinfeld and Wino? All those guys, or the first time was who? Lake Hook.
OG Street Racer.
OG Street Racer. Yeah, 14 area. So while I was on Pendleton, observing those Marines that need a haircut and mustaches, trim and all that. Of course, I drove by the old barracks, 140114, right? Bravo Company's gone. That's something completely different now. Maintenance is different. Drove to the bottom of Engineer Hill just to check it out. I think it still got bigger. Good to go, Sergeant Major. Let me know what you need. Yeah, Georgia coffee. I'll tell you right now, Georgia coffee. 25 Camp Hansen. John says, it's all good. She says, in fact, she appreciated your honesty and taking her worries seriously. Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, I can't say enough for the spouses. We have spouse appreciation. Is it a month or is it a day?
1 day.
1 day. Spouse appreciation day is, appreciate them all year long. Again, the Marine has the easy job. The spouse has it, you can't even imagine. I can't imagine, not knowing when my daughter deploys. I'm worried and not knowing. I want to hear from her every day. I got to let her be a Marine. But it's tough. NCR, where's NCR, Adam? Mount Mother, still looks daunting. Yeah. Let's go. Could you do it right now, Matthew? Yeah, wait for me. Help me up. Get behind me and push me. Lake Cookie says, been chasing yakisoba that tastes like Okinawa yakisoba for 30 years. Have yet to find anything to match from Hill Street. Not Hill Street, Courthouse Way. Is that what it is?
No, Hill Street
Courthouse Bay?
Okinawa?
Yeah.
Hanson.
Yeah, what was the town? Kinville. Kinville. Yakisoba from Kinville, the best in the world. And the chicken leg, which was like a dinosaur, is a dog leg or something. I don't know what it was, but it was delicious. Fried rice,
But not called a yakapup.
yakapuppy. That's what it was. The yakatori was yakapuppy. A bunch of three-legged dogs running around there, and three-legged cats. Delicious food in Kinville. Taco rice with cheese. That was always a crowd favorite. If you had time to sit down and eat it, but not right out the gate, that chicken place right on the corner, get a big chicken leg as you're walking back to the barracks. But yakisoba, oh man, all of it was good. Easy day, Matthew. All right, I'm with you. I'll put on a light pack, some boots. My best friend is a Marine, super stallion, crew chief, whatever. The base is next to Parasign. URAH. Kinville Beer Hall. This is 420. How about the East Coast? Anyone ever went to the East Coast? Excuse me, in Kinville. BC Street. That was outside Cadena Air Force Base, BC Street. Taco fried rice. Mike, I'm telling you, remember that? Late cookie? Taco rice with cheese. Served 2 years in Okinawa, Japan, Camp Hansen. Awesome. Mike and Elaine Trimby loved Okinawa. 9th, we went there to the academy, then 9th ESB. Yeah, the academy 3 years and 9th ESB for 3 years. Kintown Ramen Place, forget the name. It's right across from that place called the Saloon, though. I don't remember too many of the names of the places. You know, they had a pizza place there that we finally found one day. It's way in the back of Kinville. Not very popular. It wasn't on the strip, but it was good. It was some great pizza, thin crust. All I've ever had in Okinawa pizza was the thin crust, kind of like a cracker, but it was good. I think it was just because I like seeing the Okinawans make pizza. How about OHOP? Anyone have or been to Okinawa recently, like the past probably 20 years? Okinawa House of Pancake, just like IHOP. And here, I'm going to tell you a story. Here's how that came about. With the guy, BK was his name. What, did we coach with him? How do we know him initially?
He was like the gym manager.
Yeah, Jim, white guy, American, worked at the gym.
He was like the gym manager.
Yeah, the gym manager or MCCS or MWR rep back then, or MCCS. Worked with him a lot. My kids were in soccer and stuff and sports, and as a Marine, refereed soccer, and we were into the sports over in Okinawa. Met this guy, married a Okinawa woman, BK Jackson. Is that him, Matthew?
Yeah, always wore overalls.
Older guy, yeah, always wore overalls and had a beard. That's what I remember. Great dude. He kept saying there's no breakfast place in Japan, Okinawa. There's no breakfast place. There's no Denny's. There's no IHOP. None of that. And they're come to think of it, there really wasn't. Their breakfast is a little different in Japan. Great, right? Their bread, anpanman, driving around. Great food, but they didn't have a breakfast house like IHOP. And he kept saying, one day I'm going to open OHOP, Okinawa House of Pancakes. And I mean, not that I didn't believe him, but I didn't. Matthew said he's a retired sergeant major. I didn't know if it was really ever going to happen. Didn't think too much about it until I met someone that recently that was in Okinawa, and I said, yeah, we had this guy. He always wanted to open a OHOP. They're like, OHOP, yeah, right there in Kinville. We go all the time. So it did happen, and he made it, the Okinawa House of Pancakes. I want to go. I want to fly to Okinawa just to go to OHOP and get some Georgia coffee, of course, and taco rice with cheese and yakapuppy. But so happy that he saw it out. He had a goal. He made it. I hope they're still doing well. John, do you know what platoon he is in? Who are we talking about, Doc?
Oh, John was jumping at a question. She's a mom of a Poolee.
Mom of a Poolee.
He's a recruit. She said, my son just left last week. I'm praying he's okay. What advice do you have for parents of recruits?
All right. So what advice do we have for parents of recruits? Sandbox. So when our daughter went through boot camp, we were introduced to Sandbox with 2 X's. look it up, and you can send messages to them. You type it out on email, it gets delivered.
They print it up and mail it.
They print it up and mail it with the return stamped, addressed envelope for your recruit to write back, and it just makes everything easy, life easy for them. Because believe it or not, addressing an envelope and putting a stamp and return address, that's all part of the process that kind of deters you from writing too many letters as a recruit. You don't have a whole lot of time. So I think that helped my daughter a lot. We sent postcards as well. That was kind of cool just to keep in touch, just a quick hello. Nothing like receiving mail in boot camp. God, if one advice for any family member of a recruit, send mail, and as much as you can. Just don't send packages. They don't need anything.
That's what Doc said.
Yeah. Don't send anything. Only Marines will fly to Japan for pancakes ever. Just don't send junk food because they will kill your recruit, says Doc. Yes. Yes, so no junk food. And you have to do, you can't just, when a kid gets a big bag of homemade cookies and they smell delicious, we can't allow them to eat it, nor can they throw it away, because then they're going to dig in the dumpster later and get it. So you have to destroy it. And I used to love that part as a drill instructor. Make them stomp all over it, spit on it, and then throw it away. Some recruits probably still go get it. But no junk food. They don't need any packages, no boxes, nothing. They have a PX. They make PX runs if they need deodorant, cough drops, toothpaste, whatever they need. They purchase that on their own. And that's part of that learning how to shop and spend money on what you need, because there is no junk. They can't buy junk food anyway. So they don't need any of that, except the jelly donut. You can steal a jelly donut from the chow hall. What is this, Private Pile? A jelly donut, sir. No junk, tons of mail, and encourage. But here's the other thing, what I'll say to family members of recruits in boot camp. Don't get worried when you go a week or two without receiving mail. That's going to happen. And let your recruit know, hey, when you have time, just let us know you're okay. Because you want your recruit to focus 100% on recruit training. And I have a big family. Luckily, I would write one letter to my whole family. Tell my brother, my sister, my other brother, my uncle, tell everybody I said hello, I'm doing well, hope to see y'all at graduation. And I wrote once a week. And I'm sure I missed a weekend here, probably up north, I don't remember. But the mail steadily rolled in, which is, I'm telling you, the feeling you get when they're handing out mail, calling names, and you don't get something. Horrible. So write to your recruit. Get friends to write to your recruit. But don't put any pressure on your recruit to write back. Make sure you write back to Aunt so-and-so. She was really waiting to hear. Just tell Aunt Gertrude that he's doing well. He'll see you in 13 weeks. But continue to write. Thought they got rid of chits. I thought they did too. Don't recruits have credit cards now? But I remember the chip money. You had to tear off at 10 cents, 25 cents, $1. You had to tear that off and you paid. But you got change in actual money. We went through, I think at one time, no, that was the only money we had. I had the chits. And then I'm almost positive they have like a credit card now. Giovanni, Birdie, do you have to re-enlist again to change your MOS from 03XX to 06XX after 2 years in to spend quality time with family? I don't know if I understand the whole question, but to change your MOS, it's called a lat move, a lateral move. So you're a corporal 03 and you want to lateral move into the 06 field. It's a request. Doesn't always happen. It's pretty tough, but you do it at your re-enlistment time. So when your 4 years is up, you can request, you got to request re-enlistment anyway. And that's when you request to lat move into the 06XX field. And they could easily deny it. I've seen some lateral moves, not that many. I didn't know that many people that were trying to do it, but it definitely does happen. Right there, Matthew did it. Former lat move from what to what, and was it easy? Give us a quick rundown, Matthew, if you don't mind. Great question though. and it does happen. 3rd CEB, Combat Engine Battalion, 3rd Marine Division, that disbanded in early 1990s. It changed to 3rd CAB. The engineers, they have been moving the engineers around. My first time in CEB was Okinawa, 3rd CEB. And then again in, no, that was my only time in CEB. All right, that was ESB. And then headquarters, and I became once I got promoted, I was out of the engineer field. But there's CEB change in Hawaii when we first got there. Oh no, two times, in Okinawa and Hawaii, all 3rd MARDIV. Hawaii, we were Alpha Company, 3rd CEB. Our headquarters was in Okinawa. So we were like a lone company, Alpha Company, alone and unafraid, and we supported the entire island of Okinawa. At first it was cool because we got to work with recon and LAVs, and then we supported all the projects on base. There's even a sidewalk that I built up there, and I was terrible at concrete, and it's crooked and cracks in it, but it's still there. All these years later, I even carved my initials into it, but it wasn't, it's not CEB anymore. John says, Miss Caruso says she's grateful for everyone's help and advice and keeps her in better spirits. Awesome, Miss Caruso. Thank you, and subscribe to us. You come on here and you can ask us any questions that you have. We can ease your worry a little bit, and it's easy for me to say, don't worry, but just at least try not to worry so much. Your son is in great hands, and you're going to get back a basically trained Marine, a RET, ready to go. And when he comes home, he might eat a little faster, and he might even say a few swear words if he didn't already, but he's motivated and he's ready to train. Matthew said 2111 to 0622. Easy because I did it along with reenlistment package. So I'm pretty sure you have to do it with the reenlistment package. I don't know if you can just lap move in the middle of a contract. I think it has to be with a reenlistment. So the 2111 field must have been full or up to TO, and the 0622 may have needed some Marines. That always helps as well, right? The MOS you want to go into, if they're needing bodies, your old MOS has to be able to release you, has to want to release you. Greetings from Germany. Semper Fi, Germany. Thanks for joining us. All right, everyone, we've been kicking it. When did you start that clock? Carl, where are we at? How about veteran-owned businesses? We haven't talked about them. I haven't talked about them in a while because I've been on the road. I haven't had my veteran-owned business stuff with me. You know this one, Aerial Resupply Coffee. You know I drink coffee not just every night, but every day. All 3 meals, probably too much. Veteran-owned business who's doing very, very well. Met him on LinkedIn. Great coffee, great names, great packaging. Love it. We do support them. Who is it? Write it, please. And Max Belts. Max Belts, another one. Really excited about. Michael Clemmer, good guy. Thank you very, very much. The reason I was asking because some moved to Army, Air Force, etc., which is fine. 420, yes. Veteran-owned businesses. Yes, all right. Who has a veteran-owned business? One is on here right now. Matthew Askren. Sound off, brother. Tell us about your channel. Let us support. Look, we're back. What did we say the whole time we were traveling? Wait until we get back to have some place to send the deliciousness to. Bacon wrapped anything. Looking forward to it. Matthew, put it in there. Give us a little description on there. Love to support. Max Belts is the other one. Excited about this belt. I always, yeah. Good, thick, strong leather. Max Belts, I'll get them. American flag on the end, solid. Made with stuff, his equipment's like 100 years old. Still producing American-made products by an American veteran. Bob, we got Bob on here, 420 Network, veteran-owned business. support, waiting for anyone else. Put it on there. And if I miss it, please put it up again. Bacon wrapped stuffed chicken and pork, says Matthew. Come on, man. You're making me hungry. Bacon wrapped stuffed chicken and pork, 14 ounce. I'll take 2. Wow. Not sponsoring any of these people. We're just supporting. We want to support. It's free to support each other. If they have YouTube channels, Instagram, get on, like their stuff. Support. It's free. This is what we do here. We want to support each other. Matthew says solid around the country, including sold around the country, including QVC and Amazon. All right. What's the best place to order from, Matthew? How about that? Veteran-owned businesses. We love them all. All right. John says, Miss Caruso. Am I saying it right? Carasso. Carasso says, since my husband passed away, my son has been my world. Now that he's away, I've been depressed and worried, but thanks to all of you on this Marine Corps channel, it will be fine. Stay with us, Miss Carasso. Stay with us. We're one big family here. You are part of our family. Family Farms, Matthew. Doc, keep us posted, John. Local grocery store and Amazon. Local grocery store or Amazon. Got it, Matthew. Appreciate it.
Is this a veteran-owned business?
Lay Cookie, that's right. A&C Metalworks. Yes, you just sent me that stuff. I haven't had time, brother, to open it up and take a look at it. And you have a website, right? Put your website on there. Lay Cookie, that's right. Veteran-owned business. That's a veteran that you need to support and help also. And then we'll get you on the channel. A&C Metal Works. Check it out. You just dropped the website. I remember you telling me that. Let's see. It's some awesome stuff. I already ordered. Did you start my order yet? Ordered 2 things. 2 of the things he showed me. Awesome American flag Metalworks. Awesome. And the, of course, the Eagle of an Anchor. United States Marine Corps.
Come back. I said thanks for that heads up on QVC. I'm going to order it right now.
Yeah. Look at my wife's ordering from Matthew right now. I want that everything bacon wrapped. The 14 ounce, 2 of those. That's 1 meal, right? 2 14 ounce.
I didn't know they had it on QVC. It's got free shipping.
Free shipping. Free shipping too, Matthew Ashgren. Family Farms. New stickers, says Carl Green. Thanks for the reminder, brother. New sticker. It's an oldie, but an updated. Here's the original favorite, just like the shirt I'm wearing. Check this one out. Everybody ready? Oh, look at that picture, shows them both. Boom. What's it called? Glitter? Look at that. Tell me that wouldn't look good. The sunlight hitting it off your vehicle as you're driving down the road. Lil Reaper. Destroy them all. Let God sort them out. Era. And who are we talking about destroying? How about these guys? The other glitter one. Military-aged male. If you know, you know. You've been deployed. Those are the ones. That's who you look out for. Military-aged male. They're up to no good. Matthew says, great for keto and fitness diets. Awesome. Right? Protein. Keep ordering. She's ordering some more right now. Yakisoba. Mario, I'm telling you. Matthew, can you chop some of that stuff up and make another dish with it? Jared says, EGA is like bacon. Goes good with everything. I like that. Goes good with everything. Awesome. Yes. Veteran-owned businesses, again. Support each other. There's veterans doing anything and everything. So I think you can solely support veteran-owned businesses, right, and help each other out. Especially just the YouTube channels, like and subscribe. That's free, 100% free. And when you can, help them out, by all means. Help each other out. That's what this community is all about. Matthew says, perfect addition to pasta or salad when sliced up. Yes. It's all about the bacon, says Bob.
It is.
Yes. Amen to that.
On those
Ugh with the mams. I'm telling you, Jared, I see them every day. Saw BP with the truckload on Friday in Benson, Arizona.
Where did he go?
Yeah, where are they going? And why are they here? Why are we letting them all in? Why? Yeah. So order the stickers now. Let's go. Maybe the right people will see it. We'll get them out. The other stickers. Again, we're back. We're back in our production house. So order up. Shirts, hoodies. We still have plenty of hoodies now left over from winter. And it's going to get cold again, right? Real soon. Get them while they're hot, even though it is hot, because it's going to be cold one day very soon. I like the tape with the cadences on it. All right, let me show you that one again. Love the cadence. Someone asked earlier my favorite cadence. I don't know my favorite cadence. I like the Marine Corps cadence count. That one's always good. For some reason, I always happen to sing the yellow birdie with the yellow bill, and then you rip off his head and you kill him and all that. For some reason, I like that one a lot. The glitter. I like the glitter ones, because you know when the sun hits it when you're driving by, it pops, makes people look. There's our official SFMF.com. All indoor, outdoor stickers. You see the one I've had on this, have on these cups. Wash it every time I use it, and it's still good. Oh, here we go. John says one of the DEP Poolees is asking, can a drone instructor keep me from reading my Bible after lights out if I read in the head? Yes. Yes, he can. And here's the thing, you need your rest. Boot camp is intense, and that is uninterrupted sleep time. But here's what I'll tell you. The drill instructors don't go in the head at 2 in the morning all the time. And there are recruits, and I've caught them under their blanket with their moonbeam on, writing letters, reading. If you're on guard duty, fire watch, right? You'll be reading your general orders if you happen to have your Bible there. So there is time. Sundays, free time, and church services. So 100% you'll be able to read it every Sunday, no matter what. And will there be times that you could sneak in a couple verses? Absolutely. Just be smart about it. But there's time. And you pray 24/7, which you're going to be doing. A lot of you will be anyway. But I don't recommend getting up in the middle of the night, and because you're going to be tired the next day. You're not going to perform at your peak performance. So just be very, very smart about it. You'll learn the battle rhythm and when you can get away with stuff like that. And boot camp, you'll learn your drill instructors and when you can and cannot. Yes, P. Watts landed on my windowsill. Lured him in with a piece of bread. And then my favorite part, yes. Carlos Regoza, Rat Patriotic Union on top of the liberal mob, ambush attack. This is hilarious. Yeah. Carlos, interesting comments. Constantly.
It'll be here Thursday.
What will?
The bacon wrapped.
It'll be here Thursday, Matthew. It'll be here Thursday. I would invite you all over for dinner, but I'm eating it all. Thursday, bacon wrap. What'd you get, chicken or pork?
Chicken.
Okay, now order the pork, please.
Whatever the thing was on QVC.
Oh, whatever's on QVC, she ordered. Awesome. A combo?
Yeah,
I'm excited. All right, did you hear that? You hear my stomach? My stomach just rumbled. Aaron says, got to remember, any religion is okay, but there's a time and a place. And you'll never be denied any kind of religious service or religious time in boot camp. Never. And boot camp, middle of the night, says P. Watts. We had to go to the front of the squad bay and log out and back in just to go to the head. Again, every drill instructor is a little different. I don't know if that's an SOP thing, but accountability, right? And you have to make sure that the recruits get enough sleep. It's pretty interesting. I never did that as a drill instructor, P. Watts, but and I was that drill instructor. I would wake up at 2 in the morning, walk around, and the ones you catch writing letters or in there, just in there chilling, right? Just kids talking just for some normalcy. I would thrash the hell out of them. So be smart. Enemy says, do you see the Mint is making a bunch of USMC 250th birthday coins, gold and silver? Really? I did not. Wow, that's in a couple of years. Right? Can you order them? Can you pre-order them? Adam, do you know? And if so, please put the website on there. I'm definitely getting one. That's awesome. Gold and silver. Matthew says the combo is great. No, thank you, brother. And I'll get it. So Sunday I'll be reviewing the the bacon wrap chicken combo. Awesome. Right there, cooking instructions. Write that down. 400 for 40 to 50 minutes. Flip multiple times to keep bacon at even temperature. Yeah. Yes, I can't wait. Awesome. You couldn't overnight it? You couldn't have it tomorrow, today's Sunday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, 4 days. I can make it. Thanks, Matthew. Appreciate it, brother. Reviews coming up. Oh, you did check it. You checked the website. Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was something wrong. Late Cookie was trying to order something, right?
I checked that.
Oh, you checked it? It's good? Oh.
It gave me a suggestion and said,
Huh. We'll get it to you. Might have to, let's drive out there. Let's fly out there. You got room for us, Late Cookie? 7 of us? And a dog? We'll bring some bacon wrapped chicken.
the rappers.
Pete Watt says, that's a big difference between enlisted boot camp and OCS. At OCS, 1985, you could just do just about anything after lights out, as long as you were quiet and dark. That is interesting, and again, never done OCS or was a drill instructor at OCS. That's interesting. It is a different vibe. In boot camp, more recruits are trying to get out of it, and they hate it, and they don't want to. A lot of them don't want to be there at first, right? It's you can't get out of Marine Corps boot camp, but you can drop from OCS. So I'm sure that those small rules and I don't want to say micromanaging, but that's supervision is a lot more in enlisted boot camp because recruits are trying to get the hell out of there. They think you're going to kill them. They think it's prison. But it's for all the right reasons. OCS is a little different. It's hard to get into OCS and it's hard to graduate. So you got to be at the very best of your game. You're not going to do something stupid to get you kicked out as an officer. So I'm ready from Adept Poolee for, I want to buy one of your t-shirts to wear at boot camp just to see my drill instructor's face. Do it. Yeah, awesome. SFMFmerch.com, myshopify.com. Do it. Awesome. Yes. And then when you come back, you got to let us know how he took it, he or she. Awesome. That'd be funny. Yes. You got to see it. Because when you know, you know. I'm telling you, and of course I wore SFMF shirts at the gym at Pendleton the whole week I was at Pendleton. A lot of double takes and a couple, right? And, yeah, there's a lady at the country store. She asked what it was. And obviously, maybe a dependent of a Marine, or I'm not sure, but
Works with Marines.
yeah, she works around Marines all day, every day. And she says, what does that stand for? And I said, well, and I always say it the same way. SF is Semper Fi, means always faithful. And then MF, well, my friends, or...
Yeah, you always ask, what do you think it means?
Yeah, I said, what do you think it means, the MF? And she knew, like right away. Wasn't sure and didn't want to say it out loud. But she's like, and she kept saying, I'm going to tell my daughter about it. You might. But she knew. And again, if you know, you know. Marines know. They just put it together real quick. Jared says, don't do that.
It's a t-shirt. It's not like a tattoo.
Yeah, t-shirt. The what?
How do you start with a tattoo?
Mine?
With the tattoo?
Oh, yeah. So wait. PY says, don't do it. You might end up being thrashed all throughout boot camp. I'm saying do it. Take the challenge. look at their face. Showing up to boot camp, talk about doing something dumb, don't do it. I wish somebody would have told me back then, don't do it. I showed up to boot camp with a bulldog tattoo on my back. When I was getting it, I wasn't thinking about that. I was already enlisted, right? I was a Poolee. My brother bought it for me, like $350, and it was still 17, but that was my present. Right, my graduation present was a tattoo of a bulldog on my back, and of course, he's a big, buff, muscly. He had a bulldog with bulldog face, the Marine Corps bulldog face that you see all over the place. Had cami bottoms on and boots and an M16. Right, clearly a Marine tattoo. Showed up to boot camp like that. Huge mistake. Learned very quickly because they see you without a shirt on a lot. First was at medical. Those guys told my drone story, hey, drone story, you see this? I was like, no, please. And then not only so I got around then, and they, like day 2, they started thrashing me for, oh, you think you're going to be a Marine? Or look at this guy thinks he's going to be a Marine. Our drone instructors, my drone instructors told all the other drone instructors, the whole company drone instructor would come by out of nowhere, just show up to the classroom, to the pool, to the PT field. Where's that kid at? Hey, come here, you think you'll get down, push. Thrashed every day, all day. Showed up with a bulldog tattoo. I don't recommend that at all. Wait till you graduate. Because what if I didn't graduate? Have a bulldog tattoo. Do you still attend mud runs at Camp Pendleton? I've done a couple in Trimpe. The last one was with Colonel Holt and crew and my family. We did that mud run. That was awesome. Great time. One day, P. Watts, Jared, just tell your DI that you're a badass mofo in the valley. Right? The baddest mofo in the valley. That's why. Polish soldier, Wojciech Regiment. Regards from Belarusian border. Polish soldier. I wasn't even close. Semper Fi, brother. Thanks for being here. Polish soldier. Tell us how it is being a Polish soldier. Guess what, Sergeant Major? I got the EDA before boot camp. Failure was not an option. That's the attitude to have. I was scared. I didn't even think about not making it. You're right. There's no way in hell I wasn't going to make it. But I did pay for it. Bulldog tattoo. And then, so after boot camp was when I got USMC under it. So I did think about it a little bit. Not enough. Shame on me for sure, but I eventually earned it. And a big yellow square just popped up. Can you see that on yours?
Yes.
Who is that?
Michael S.
Michael S. Thank you very much, Michael. God bless you, brother. I can't see it on my screen, and it doesn't pop up on the monitor. But thank you, brother. Appreciate you. God bless you. Carl Green said thanks. Thanks, Michael. Awesome. You guys are amazing. You guys are truly, truly amazing. The other boot camp story was we had a guy show up, and he had a face tattoo. I mean, on his neck, and started to go into his face, was behind his ear. And he disappeared. I don't know where he went. I don't know if that's why he got kicked out. We were recruits, so we were going to ask the drill instructor, hey, where'd that guy go? I think he probably had other issues why he didn't make it. Here, Biffenham says, Zach Mayo, Naval Air Officer candidate. That guy had a falcon tattoo and got growing up in the Philippines. He got growing up in the Philippines. Zach Mayo. Oh, Zach Mayo. Don't you do it, sir. He didn't give his DOR. I want your DOR, Mayo. No way. 20 minutes. Thank you, Carl. On it. You're the man. Appreciate you. Jared says, Sergeant Major, my daughter Prudence is watching. Can you give her a shout out? What up, Prudence? What is she going to do? Where's she going? What grade is she in? Is she going joining the Marines, Jared? Let us know. Come on, Prudence, you tell us. What are your plans? Mark Hankins, Global Ordnance, Serious Ammo and Guns, Southwest Florida, era. You can also pin to top of your chat. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. You tracking that? Producers following it? Must be talking to, what is it? Let me know. Let me know. We're at 20 minutes. You seriously, Carl? Are you on it this time? Because that was a fast hour and a half if it was. But we need to put you on payroll. How about, you're not even on payroll yet. Jared, she's 9. All right. All right. Well, she's got some time. She's got some time. She better be working around the house, doing her homework, straight A's. Don't get hooked on electronics. Awesome. Anderson Ho, what's up, my brother? Semper Fi to you, and thank you very much. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We're getting ready to land this helicopter pretty soon. It's 1841 in Arizona now. Is that the temperature, P-Wise? That's how it feels in Arizona. As moderator, I could really assist you in chat. Let's go, Bob. He's talking about you, producer.
Hold on, I'm trying to get you.
She's a hard worker. Good on her, Jared. I think my kids are pretty proud of us being a Marine family, right? Even my senior now is in an Army JROTC program. She's kicking butt and taking names. She's a battalion commander. Of course, her instructors want her to join the Army, and we got recruiters looking at her. I don't know if I could even, if I tried to convince her to do something else besides. Well, good, Jared. Prudence, stay with it. Start taking your dad out for some runs. Feels like Black Flag every day in Arizona. Yes, and again, in a place that you have to carry around oven mitts to open your car door, something's wrong. You're too close to the sun. Going on my first Mew soon. What should I expect? Excuse me, CV59, the Mew was awesome. East Coast or West Coast? I did a West Coast Mew. Amazing. Singapore, Korea, Thailand, Philippines, Guam, Okinawa. We're actually based out of Okinawa, so I got all my Georgia coffee and taco fried rice. Love the Mew. Depends on what your unit. The Mew commander has a lot to do with it. We didn't love our Mew commander, but the Mew Sergeant Major took care of us. Be prepared and explore. Every place you stop, get out and explore the local food, local people, stay out of trouble, make sure you make it back on ship on time, but use the local transportation, the buses, cabs. Oh man, what are those? Tuk bus or something? Enjoy the local community, learn it, live it, know it, be safe. That's awesome. I love the Mew. In fact, my daughter's trying to get on a Mew as well. Great experience. Michael S. says, my pool buddies now recruit had their taste of Black Friday this last week. Pool buddies now like boot camp Black Friday. Oh yeah, that was a good time. Black Friday was good. That's all hard work. That's hard work for a drone instructor. Doesn't seem like it. But I'm trying to change my shirt like 3 times, Charlie's shirt, because you can't let them see you sweat. You're thrashing it, your ribbons are flying all over, you're sweating through it. It's chaos. And then as the eyes, a little trick, again, I'm telling you too many tricks of the trade, the DIs will go in and change their shirt, come back out and thrash them. You're like, God damn, wasn't that guy just sweating a second ago? Wipe your face off, drink some water, come right back out. Carl, don't fall in love at first sight on your Mew. Great advice, Carl. I'm telling you how many Marines almost didn't make it back on ship because they were going to marry, yes, the buy me drinky girl. Don't fall in love. Visit the country that you're in. Explore. Battle buddies, of course, and keep each other out of trouble. But explore the beauty of the country that you're in and be safe. Don't fall in love at your first sight on any of those countries. Attending chapel is an awesome way to link yourself with faith believing. In boot camp, attending chapel, yes, try to be absolutely wear Kevlar, says Matthew. Take pictures of your mew because you may never see that place again. Awesome advice. Jarhead for life. Absolutely take tons of pictures. Again, every port that you stop in, take tons of pictures. Now, again, much easier with today's technology. Post your pictures, let your family and friends see where you are, what you're doing. Take local tours, right? Do some research before you get there. And the Navy's great about it. They're going to set you up. They're going to tell you the tourist place. There's going to be off-limits places. Stay away from the off-limits. They're off-limits for a reason. But take the tours, get a group, and explore every place you go. And just get because you're right, Jarhead for life. You may never see that country again. Tell you, one of the best back massages I got was one of those countries by a blind local. I don't remember what country it was in, but the wife was doing the speaking for him. And it was one you sit with your back, just an upper back massage. And I wanted to support. They looked like they needed. She's like, no, trust me. My husband's blind. He was born blind his whole life. So his sense of touch was that much more. She's like, he'll find every knot you have your back. He knows what it, and it was by far the best back massage I've ever received in my life. Wish I remember what country it was in. But he had to sign it, a little, very poor English, but he said, I'm blind. I was like, man, I don't know if I want this guy touching me. But his sense of touch, again, was that much. It was awesome. So enjoy it. Enjoy the mew. Congratulations. Well, I had disposable 35 millimeter cameras. We didn't have the phones. That's right. Jarhead for life. I think you probably sent me on it with a couple disposable cameras to some countries and deployments. Definitely tons of pictures. Great advice, man. That's awesome. Bob says, I got up because I wanted a big family. 11 kids. 11 kids, Bob? You don't have a TV? Man.
Cable or library card?
Right, something. Library card. See what happens when you sleep with no undergarments on? Wow. 11 kids. Never travel alone. 3 or more is best. Amen. Carl, great advice as well. You never know. They see Americans. They know you have money, right? Separate your money. Put a little bit of money in each pocket, some in your shoe. Don't fall for the traps, right? Travel in big groups. I like that. 3 or more. 100%. Never be alone anywhere. One good thing about attending chapel during boot camp, it's time away from your DIs and the squad bait. Amen, P. Watts. Again, I didn't have that opportunity. I look back, that is a regret. I have that in boot camp when I was a recruit. I didn't go. I was a guide for a while, so the drill instructor pressured me to use that free time to work on the guide on. And really, in the scheme of things now, is that guide on more important than attending church? Nope. A missed opportunity. I just didn't know, right? I didn't go to church as a kid with my family, so it wasn't that important to me. A huge regret. I wish I would have spent time in church, in boot camp. And then that's when the recruits come back, they'll tell stories about other platoons and other recruits and what they do on free time. So it's making connections in boot camp as well. Interesting. Jared says, I bet you remember pagers if you remember 35 millimeter cameras. Me too. Pagers, yes. 24-hour photo, that's right. And there's always a couple messed up photos like, what was that? My thumb was on the thing. You know? Yeah, people don't know. If you know, you know. Tattoos are a great personal choice. It is a necessary thing to get. It's not a necessary thing to get one. A tattoo will not make you any more of a Marine. It still don't have any, 50 years old. Plenty of Marines that have no tattoos. That's awesome. Keep it clean. Keep the slate clean. It definitely is a personal choice. 1982, John McJunkin always traveled with the Kodak 110 with me everywhere. 10 minutes, Carl. Thank you, brother. Do they worship in chapel? In boot camp? I think it's a non-denomination. I know that because there's so many different religions when they go. So I think it's I want to call it a Christian service, but it's like a non-denomination. Just like when chaplains come to units and you have a chaplain assigned to your unit, his faith he may be a Catholic or a Christian or a Buddhist, but he's going to preach non-denomination so everybody gets time with their God. I'm pretty sure they do it the same way in boot camp. I think I do remember there was 2 services, like Catholic and Protestant was a different time, and I don't remember for sure. And we even had some Buddhist in a company at one time in our platoon. We had to allow him at 5 o'clock in the evening, whatever we were doing, we had to allow him time to face east and pray. So they're not going to stop you from spending time with your God. Amen. Joseph, any issues with alcohol while in the military? That's on you. That's on the individual. Again, a lot of these kids, first time. When I went to boot camp, the drinking age was still 18. In Okinawa, we got to Okinawa, so everyone was drinking. There's tons of problems with alcohol in the military. A lot of DUIs. Again, with today's technology and today's services, apps for Ubers and Lyft, there's no excuse for it. But yeah, every deployment seems that every deployment seems like a drinking. So you got to be smart. 420 is only 66. Haven't found any ink I want to wear. There you go. There's some clean slates out there. And then you got Jared. I'm covered in tattoos and regret almost all of them. I was going to say, and you regret none of them. Again, personal choice, it lasts forever, so make sure it's right. There's OG. What's up, brother? Semper Fi, my friend. Coming down to a close, brother. So hang tight and watch it later. But I'm glad you're here. We had another ESB guy in here. Trimpy. Yes, maybe the same time. I was trying to figure out, my timeline is my producer. She knows my timeline. Terrible with dates. Arrive Alive card. Amen. Arrive Alive. Those, remember those? Had cab numbers or numbers for cabs. There's no excuse at all for a DUI. There's not. There's just not. No way in hell. You got to be smart. Have a designated driver, but be able to trust that designated driver. Are they still allowed to drink at 18? Nope. Hey, Jared, take some picture of your tattoos with your Kodak 110. 120. Ooh, he moved up. He had a 120. Or is that, which one was better, 110 or 120? I don't remember. Yeah, the one, jeek. How about the little flash bulb you had to put on those other cameras? OG is working on a jet ski. Get some, brother. Is it running? Did you fix it? You call it Lay Cookie. Where you at? He can help you out. He's got them skills. Fix anything. Jared says we could drink beer on base in 91, but it had to be 21 for whiskey. I think that's what it was when I came in. Remember, we were allowed 2 beers at lunch. So I mean, we would travel from Main Side to the 14 area bowling alley because their beer was a 32 ouncer, and the rule was 2 beers. So we'd take some time to get there and walk back, or 2 beers or two 32 ounces. So we made it worth it. 110 was the best for its time. Not the only one with the photo album and shoe boxes full of pics, I'm telling you. Nothing like looking at pics from first deployment, first field op. Awesome, right? The first time you held an M60, right, with the belts of ammo all around you looking like Rambo. Love it. Congratulations on earning the Sergeant Major along with many dedicated years. Corey, thanks, brother. They appreciate you, Trimpy, and so glad you're here. Again, have you told us what you're doing now? Nice seeing you on here. 20 years old when I left Okinawa, says Matthew. OG, 18 coolers and beer. 21 liquor. Oh, yeah. Coolers and beer, wine coolers and beer.
I've been saying 20 years old in Oki for drinking.
Oh, yeah? 20 years old in Okinawa?
Off base, though.
Off base, 20 years old. Think they card you off base?
They carded 16-year-olds.
Yeah, I think everyone can drink off base in Okinawa. I don't think they're going to card you. 5 minutes. Thanks, Carl. Carl's on it because you made that mistake last time. You remember that? I don't think I forgot that. 32-ounce beers. Remember, Lick Cookie? 32-ounce beers.
And one beer at lunchtime.
No, it's two.
Oh.
You could have two at lunch. 2 beers at lunch. They were 32 ounces. There's no Kodak 120. Bad typing. Former admin clerk. P. Watts. Instamatic camera. On base. Yeah, on base was the 2 beers at lunch. I remember it. You had to drink them quick. Sometimes we'd go home, right? And my wife would support our 2 beer limit. She wouldn't let us drink anymore. She held us accountable. Carl was a little preoccupied last time with that whiskey. That's what you're preoccupied with. Submarine sailor who enlisted in 78, they had beer in the vending machines in the barracks. That was Okinawa. Vending machines had beer in the barracks, 50 cents for domestic, 75 cents for Heineken. So when we felt like big spenders, we'd drink the Heinekens. And then we weren't running low, of course, we'd wear them. But it's 4 decks. We'd have to go to different barracks. First deck was always out. So we'd go to a barracks and go right to the top deck. We used to go to 9th ESB all the time. For some reason, they didn't drink like the engineers did. Excuse me. But yes, the vending machines in the beer machines in the barracks. It was awesome. Charleston. Whoa, man. All right. Well, before we go, I'd like to take a minute to take a minute. Again, hit the like button. Bob's always got our back on that. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. The notification stuff, there's very few that I do that too, but I like all of them, and especially when I know they're veterans. So take a moment. Appreciate you guys. Again, it was a rough summer with us. You hung tight with us. We appreciate it. Love spending time with you always. And it's buddy checks. John McJunkin reminded us about buddy checks. Do your buddy checks. Do your family checks. And in our travels, I did have time to spend a little time to spend time with my mother, my brother, my niece, and her kids. And as chaotic as it was necessary. So buddy checks, family checks, check on each other, text, phone calls. Phone calls are great, man. And if I do have one buddy who always FaceTimes me, usually at a weird time. I'm in a meeting or something. I don't always get it, but it's good to see each other's faces as well. So continue with the buddy checks. Continue to support each other. The veteran-owned businesses like each other's stuff. Spend time and just stay motivated. Stay on top of things. 1% better every day. We'll see you Wednesday. Again, we're back on our battle rhythm here. The production team is up. We appreciate all of you. It's Sunday. Make sure you spend some time with God today. Blessings to all of you. Semper Fi, my friends. We will make sure. Look at they're coming in, and thank you all. Delmar Beach, thank you, producers, for the program. Semper Fi. Good night, everyone. Like and subscribe, says Carl. Semper Fi Marines. Man, you guys are awesome. I'm telling you, can't get enough of it. I'm already looking forward to Wednesday, and you know I'm looking forward to Thursday when that bacon wrapped chicken comes in. I'm going to kill it. I'll try to save some for the. No, I won't save any of it. I'll make sure I'm going to send my kids somewhere so they don't eat it all. Anderson, good night, everyone. Until next time, Matthew. Get it, Adam. Thank you all for being here. Semper Fi, MFers. God bless you all. Hurrah.